Hello everyone and welcome to Witches of the Moon. My name is Jen and I'm your Tuesday hostess. Now this week's topic is all about your geographical area and how it affects your craft. Now I live in town, so one of the ways that it affects me is that I don't have a lot of privacy. Houses are kind of close to each other, and you may have people walking up and down the street just trying to see what's going on and always in everybody's business. So although I can do certain things, I can go outside and, I can meditate, I can I can charge my crystals and, that kind of thing. There are other things that I really can't do outside because people are just really nosy and would definitely freak out. So I live in a Bible Belt, and although there's only 3,000 people, there's 8 churches where I live in a very short distance from each other. So yeah, that's the kind of place that I live. And another thing that affects my craft is that I don't have all of the herbs and tools and books and candles and everything else right at my fingertips. Yes, I can go to the dollar store and I can pick up a regular candle and, work with that. But if there's something specific that I need pretty quickly, I need to make sure that I have that on hand, or that I know what a substitute that I can use in its place if I'm out of it. Because the nearest metaphysical shop for me is an hour away. And even then, they're limited to, they pretty much just have books, they have candles, and, they have some of the things that you would need there, but not everything that you would need. As far as herbs go, they do have some, but not a lot. There are some flea markets where I can purchase some herbs, but again, that's far and few in between. One of the local places that I go that is a flea market, and just so happens they had somebody who was selling crystals there. I'm not sure how long she will be in this location, time will tell. But I had purchased some herbs, and they were dried herbs. And so these people who work at the cash register, they were looking up these herbs to see what they are. I mean, like, they were just totally freaking out over these herbs. And so that's kind of what I deal with on a day-to-day basis here where I live. The other thing that concerning herbs is I don't have a lot of yard space like I would if I lived in the country. And so my space is limited, even though I have, I do put some pots out there with some herbs, and I do have some raised beds. I'm still very limited to what I can plant. I mean, there are some herbs, obviously, I'm not going to be able to plant because they won't grow in this area. So I am limited. Maybe in the future I will look into a little greenhouse where I can kind of grow herbs year round. We don't always have the best of weather. Like right now we have snow, and I'm not really thrilled with the snow, I'll be honest. Snow is not my thing. I don't like to be cold, so I would prefer to be in an area where it's warm. But the flip side of that is that you have, hurricanes and a tornado inside of the hurricane. So, they deal with tornadoes there. We deal with tornadoes here. So, we just don't have the hurricanes because we're not right on the water. So, that is one of the drawbacks. The beautiful part is that there is the change of seasons, so you can, as the wheel turns, you can do different things with those seasons and work with those energies. So that is a plus rather than a minus. But still, the climate can affect you because you can't always go outside and do stuff without freezing your butt off. So that's another drawback. Another thing that really affects my craft in a way, but not a whole lot, is being able to share with another person, maybe a ritual or you know, just chat about different things. I can do that online, which I do. And I do have paranormal group members who are also practitioners. So whenever we get together for an investigation or we just go out to dinner, we do chat about different things. So it is nice to have people that I can talk to. However, they do live 2 hours away from me, and that's just one way. So I don't get to go spend time with them and do rituals and whatever with them. So that is one of the negative things. And really, I think that's it. You know, the privacy, again, a lot of things can't do outside, so I do a lot of things inside. Not having access to books and whatnot as easily as I would like. People being really nosy, and again, that goes back to the privacy. Not having someone to kind of talk to about different things, you know, one-on-one is kind of a bummer. But other than that, I think that's really it. You know, there's always, even though there can be a problem, you know, there's always a solution. It may not be the most perfect solution. You know, there's always going to be that perfect, you know, thing that you wish you could do, but not everything is perfect, and so you make it work. So that's really all I have for this topic and how my area affects my practice. So I'm curious, what do you do? How do you deal with things in your area? What affects your practice, and what solutions do you have for that? So I'd be curious to see what you say. So put your comments below, and I will see you next week. Bye.